Jasmine Renee over here.
Get my name right.
Oh, it took me a minute.
I know. It's okay.
Jasmine Renee. I'll be want to call you Olivia Pope because that's what's in my
Call
phone.
me that then. I'm not getting fucked by a white man though.
You've already been fucked by the white man. KO
Whatever.
is in the building, man. What's up, family?
Corey with a K.
Corey with a K, man. And he got his Cocos and KOs.
Local taste.
Local taste t-shirt on, man. Yeah, where's our t-shirt?
Yeah, man. So look, this what happened, right?
Niggas.
It's about to be some bullshit.
Niggas.
Next thing I know, the window's open. I see all the shirts flying out. Only thing that was left was two ones.
The right sizes too, huh?
Yeah, crazy, right? Wow.
Nice.
Wild.
Now, why don't you pull your mic up to your
It's a little janky.
we're gonna have to adjust it for it.
Be a gentleman.
No, not
Right.
there, Corey.
Be a gentleman.
Oh yeah, Corey don't know what he's doing either.
There you go.
He absolutely did nothing.
He said,
did
"There you go."
absolutely
Right.
Nothing with that
On
whole
camera, it looks
adjustment.
like it.
Oh, on camera, it looks like nothing too. It just
Oh.
it didn't go anywhere.
Well, I
It
tried
was
to
like
help
the
you
fruit.
out.
So you would unloose it. All right, it's all right. We'll do
This
it.
part, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay. It's okay. We'll do it later. We'll do it later. Yeah. Anyway. Hey, this weekend was a very eventful weekend. Happy
Father's
Juneteenth to
Day.
everybody.
Yes.
Juneteenth and Father's Day.
Our fathers of the Hub Radio are here.
Yeah, man. Happy Father's Day to Corey and all the other dope fathers out there that have been putting in their daddy time. You did a pretty
That
dope
daddy time.
event
Thank you.
again
Thanks.
at,
Wow.
at Bruce's Beach.
Yes.
It's always good. You always have great people out there with great vibes.
Thanks.
So shout out to New Black History Makers for constantly keeping things black and in our face. I appreciate it.
I appreciate the acknowledgement.
Jazz, I think that you're going to be something special. Like, no,
Sheree.
seriously, I talk a lot of shit about you. A lot of shit about you. But I anticipate
Oh
great
wow.
things.
Thank you. I appreciate
And I'm
that.
always
Thanks. Wow. I didn't come up here to hear all of that.
She don't know how to take it.
Wait, I said I didn't come up. I didn't expect that. Like I didn't. Thank you for that. That's wow. Thank you.
No one should expect compliments.
I mean, especially not from you. So it's just really nice that it.
Oh, okay. From downtown.
The birthday girl,
Fucking Nina Joe over there.
Nina Joe.
So yeah, it was Juneteenth. It was Father's Day.
Yeah.
We had a pretty dope Father's Day. There was a march that went on over the weekend.
The kids march, right?
The kids march. Chris
You was
involved.
all
I was
hanging
there.
out with Tiffany Haddish and Common.
Yeah, I got a chance to talk to her, and it was cool because I never really know how to approach celebrities. Like, like how's that conversation start? You know what I'm saying? We don't know each other, right?
Right.
So it's like,
But I know you.
hey, dude, hey. But it just so happened that last Tuesday I had talked to her on the phone to prepare for the city council meeting. So we had talked for like 15, 20 minutes already earlier in the week. So I was like, I can go and remind her about the conversation. And we just started chopping it up about that, and then it just kind of like flew. Because she was really talking shit in our conversation. It was like a regular. Her man was
Common.
common, right? Isn't that?
Nina
I don't
has
know if
left
it's-
the building.
I don't know if it's real or not, but
That would be. I mean, flirting with Common's woman. Is that a?
I'm
that a
not
thing?
flirting with anybody. I wouldn't flirt with anybody. I just can't. I just wanted to speak. It was just a conversation.
No, I wasn't
You guys
saying
went way too far
Dre.
just a
I was saying like anybody. Was anybody do that? I don't know. I'm sure somebody would. Drake.
Drake has done it. Drake has done it.
Wow. Don't get him on the phone.
Yeah, but and on Father's Day at the same time, there was another. Not at the same time, during sometime at Father's Day, there was a protest for Andres, and help me with his last name.
Guadardo.
Dardo. I don't know if it's that many R's though.
Guadardo.
Gordado.
Guadardo.
But that was the young man that was security guard that got shot by
in Gardena.
the sheriff in Gardena. 18.
Yeah.
He shot him 7 times in the back. It was like
Crazy.
some crazy shit.
And then it's like I haven't like there's not I haven't heard much info. Like I don't think there's
They're not
that
giving
much
out any
out
information.
there,
Like,
because the only thing I saw was they ripped the cameras from the building,
and there's no body camera
Mm.
footage.
and I didn't know that the sheriffs don't.
Well, that was the protest. Where it was, but yeah. Okay, so the shooting happened. I think what was it, a week ago now.
Right. But it
And then
happened
they
in
did
Gardena, but why? So why did they go to Compton though? Were they the ones that?
I believe, and this is just my assumption. I don't know this to be fact, but I think that the cops, the sheriff that were involved in the shooting are from the Compton station. Am I correct? No, they're not.
T's coming with the facts.
Yes, please.
Carson, Linwood, and the other one is, they have the right, they patrol Compton too, because Compton only has like 77 or 87 under contract, so they're not from Compton, but
To a microphone so we can hear you really
Yes.
well. That's
Woo!
just- You can't be coming with the facts and then don't be wanting to tell us.
they're not directly from Compton Station, no. But there's other stations that surround our city that, have permission, for lack of a better term, to patrol within our area. And so, because, those officers are known for patrolling Compton, it was assumed it was from the Compton Station, but they're not Compton Station, but they are deputies that patrol in Compton.
Okay, got it. Thank you for clearing
So,
that up.
Yes.
Compton doesn't have it like its own sheriffs. It kind of all share.
It's just not enough.
Right.
So they outsource and get other people to come in.
Exactly.
Okay.
Got it.
So, yeah, it makes it real confusing as to if it was a Compton issue because it didn't happen in Compton. It happened in Gardena.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's a black and brown issue, period, because it's
Right.
still cops shooting black and brown people
And
for
it's not-
no
but it's-
fucking
but it's brown
apparent
or
reason.
sheriff.
Yeah.
It's
People that are
in
policing.
this instance, it's a law enforcement issue because it's brown cops killing
Mm.
black and brown people, beating black and brown people. Like, it's not like it's not the brown police. Let's be real, they're worse than the white ones.
Mm.
Like, I don't have if I get pulled over by a white police, I'm like, they don't trip. It's the brown ones that are assholes. And
Well, they
do
do,
too much,
but
come up being hella aggressive.
along
looking
with.
for a problem.
I've definitely had those issues with both.
Mm.
Honestly, I've had that issue with the black cops too.
That'd be the worst.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've had,
Those be the worst ones.
and so,
Jeez,
and
right.
and it puts me in this position. And sometimes where I'm like, damn, is it a race thing? I definitely believe it's a race thing because police were built on racism. So I believe that. But at the same time, like it's black cops, it's white cops, it's Asian
But
cops,
that's because
it's
the
cops.
system is like structurally racist. So whoever
Right.
they put on those uniforms, they're going to, regardless of their skin color, they're going to try to make them, they're going to push white supremacy.
Understood.
I
Just
think
like
the
Samuel
root-
Jackson in the
right.
Django.
I think the root is racism, and they have turned racism into the culture of it. So then now you're teaching this culture to these black and brown people that are coming in, and they're learning this culture that you have, but not understanding that that culture stems from racism. So now they're enacting like quote unquote racism to their own people, but it's looked at as like law enforcement culture. So I think it's the root is racism, and I think like 80% of law enforcement is white men. So that's where the issue lies.
I can see that. So this is like some footage from the actual protest that happened in Compton. There was, I think it started off as a peaceful protest.
They initiated the
Uh,
violence.
yeah. So
The police.
let's check it out.
between you and them. They can't hit you.
So what I did see on one of the
This is gonna hopefully spray him out. It's gonna be a little force. Blink if you can. Blink if you can. Other side, other side. Tilt your head to the side a little bit. There you go. Now other side. Blink if you can. Blink if you can. Feeling better?
right.
Turn around and fair play. Yeah. Let him get. More milk. Right, just water. No milk. Milk is not good to use. Milk is not good to use.
No. This is magnesium.
Yeah. I'm saying milk is no good.
Escalate any of this. And then to actually shoot a man 7 times in the back
Yeah.
and then respond like this,
It's a slap in the face.
it is a slap in the face.
Yeah,
It's a slap in the face.
it's extremely.
It's a slap in the face for the police officers to be in the climate that we're in now and for them to still be doing this. It's like, so you're not going home seeing what's on the news. You're not going home challenging yourself, challenging your mental space when you're on the job. Like, you shot him in his back. Or even the dude that was in Atlanta. Like, you shot him while he was running away. It's a slap in the face for them to still be doing it and knowing the climate that we're
This
in.
is the thing. When you can have a peaceful protest,
Right.
and you still
Incite stuff.
incite violence unnecessarily, it's like
You're looking for
clearly
the.
there's a problem.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it. I'm
Yeah,
over.
I'm over it.
And people are
Wait,
are
over
really
what,
getting-
though?
I'm over going through
Oh.
these types of situations. I'm over the cops.
So
being
what do we
excessive.
do? Do we, like, just...
So
I mean, honestly, I
Attack
feel like
them?
this is an act of terrorism against
It
black
definitely
people,
is.
or at this point, like
Definitely is.
it's
So there's talks of defunding the police. There's talks of
Oh, yeah.
doing what Camden,
Defund all of 'em.
California, has done when they like completely defunded the police department, stripped it down,
Mm-hmm.
and then hired their own cops,
Yeah.
their own
I mean, we need
agency.
that.
There's even
definitely-
history of, like, with the Black Panthers. I think, like, by Magic Johnson Park. At some point in time, the police officers stopped coming into that area. And the Black Panthers, they would call the Black Panthers office if something went wrong. And they were saying because they respected the Black Panthers, there wasn't a lot of BS. Because, you know, you get people that are like, well, what about the most crazy things? They were saying the community respected them so much that a lot of that stuff wasn't going on. But they called Black Panthers, and those were the first responders. Like, you know, I was talking to somebody, like, if a fight were to happen in here, we probably wouldn't call the cops. We would just dismantle it and then, you know, go about our day and do whatever. But it would be community-led, and community would disrupt things.
Community policing.
Yeah.
That's what the
And
next
that's-
does, like at the Taste of Soul, or things like
Mhm.
large community events.
Even at NIPS,
And
at
the
NIPS,
cities, they just come in and
yeah.
assume
because they
control.
were, well, from what I was hearing, they were saying it just was a better look and a better feel to have them there than to have people in uniform. So having them police and make sure things, and when you see them, you have a more, so you're like, oh, I ain't about to be on no BS with them here.
They
So
respect them.
yeah.
And then vibes are everything. You can
Mhm.
feel vibes. You can
Yeah.
feel energy. You can feel when somebody doesn't like you. You can feel when somebody's looking to start some shit. With you.
Yeah.
And then like I think what I like about the nation, like they're stern,
Mhm.
they're firm,
They're
but
fair.
they're approachable.
Yeah. Oh,
and
definitely.
You can communicate, and you guys can have a conversation. And
Yeah.
It's not like I'm scared of the big black man. It's just
Right.
And it's a black man in a
It's a
suit.
respect.
You know, like that says so much more. That's so much more welcoming than a black man in a police uniform.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I think when you ask what do we do, I think that we should start moving towards policing. I
What
think
you
we
got to
should
say,
start
T?
looking to defund the police departments. What's up, T? What you got? No, you got it. You got it.
I was just gonna say another thing that, I did just got into an argument with a deputy about this, is that what we forget sometimes, and you kind of mentioned it, is their training. Their training is controlled by, Post. Post is an outside source. So it's not even them making up their policies and their training. So even how they take down somebody and they get on his back and handcuff him, just like the one you recently saw in Compton, the guy in the
Yeah,
street,
yeah, yeah.
that's how they were trained.
The
Mm.
one
So
that got
they're-
hog-tied?
Yes, that's how they were trained.
Mhm.
It's not.
Yes,
that's
the
what
training
they're taught.
sucks.
But, and so when you ask them, and when you question them, well, why are you doing it like this? Well, this is what they're teaching them in
Yeah.
their academy. They don't know how else to do it. And there's no extra training. However, when it comes to the nation, and we got an argument about this, they're training Sanukas or Kimball, and they're training to restrain somebody. When you're in the mosque, if you cause a disturbance, you're going to get taken out quietly. You're not going to see what you see the police doing. So if they have the right type of training, you can still take somebody down and take them out. But the training is not changing, and they don't have any control for the training. You have to go after posts to get the training changed.
Well, let's go get them niggas.
But the thing, and I get that with the training, but it's the fact that they choose to initiate aggression unnecessarily. So it's like if you use that kind of training in circumstances where you needed to use that type of
Right.
force, then I don't think people will really say much. But when you start, when you're grabbing and with that video with the guy getting hogtied, we didn't see how things led up. But in the ones that we have seen where they're just very aggressive and they are looking for confrontation, it's like, fuck your training, because you would have did what you wanted to do that.
Right.
Right. I think that we do.
Huh?
We hire people that
To
want.
train to look for problems.
We had a lawsuit against them because in targeting practice, they were only using black faces.
Yeah.
When they came up. So they're literally trained like that. It's not always, and sometimes they may pick up the decision to attack like that unconsciously after being trained for so long, but they're literally trained like that in the academy.
How did this get passed? Like, and then the fact
America.
the fact that this is
It
even
ain't no how.
allowed,
It's
like,
America.
that's disgusting.
It goes back to the whole system being.
It's America.
Built on
You can't
racism.
put nothing past America.
Right.
So the system actually technically is not broken.
It's working.
It works.
It's
perfectly
working,
fine.
yeah. It's completely
doing
working.
Exactly what it's supposed to do. So that's unfortunate. Damn.
You say you're what?
You said what?
What'd you say, Ali?
Yeah.
Well, they heard you.
It's hard to follow up on that shit. Anyway, guys, switching lanes a bit.
What are you switching to?
Because, guys, I want to take a break. But before going into our break, I was going to talk about the Hub Radio and its efforts to bridge the gap between black and brown unity. And examples like George Floyd and Andres
Guardado.
are clear examples as to why our communities should probably bridge the gap even more. So one of the things that the Hub Radio does, as you guys know, is bringing people together for the better. And one of our efforts, as of recent, has been to bridge that gap between black and brown people. And we are doing that with a Unity T-shirt, man. Hub Radio is going to be dropping these Hub City Pride and Hub City Love Unity T-shirts. I'm wearing the Brown Pride T-shirt, but they're also the Black Love T-shirts. I say Brown Pride because it says brown it says Hub City in brown, and then it has the pride in the Hispanic colors, Mexican flag colors, and then the Black Pride does the same thing on the vice versa. So there it is, man. I'm gonna run this commercial. This is the first time we've actually showed this commercial.
Oh.
And
Exclusive.
it will the T-shirts will be available starting tomorrow.
Oh, so where's ours?
They're in the car.
Yes.
They're in their
Same
car.
situation?
No, they're in the car now.
Did they blow away?
They're here.
They're on location.
They're on location.
On
For
site. Okay, there it is.
So yeah, let's get this thing started. Maybe you give us some volume on that, T, and start at the top. So we'll be right back with more Hub Radio.
Yep.
Yeah. People united, never be defeated. Cesar Chavez. Compton, the Hub City, where our people are full of love and they gleam with pride. Black and brown are natural allies, living amongst each other, sharing both community and culture. With one land, with one love, one pride, and for some, one family. With strong values, strong character, work ethic, and great leadership. What is there not to love? From black love to brown pride, we watch each other's struggles
as we share similar scars from common obstacles. We stand in solidarity, united behind the goal of creating a better quality of life within our shared community. Compton. Hub City Love, Hub City Pride. The Hub Radio.
We are back.
Oh, sorry.
What gave that away, Jazz? What gave that away?
Well, we usually have a few more commercials, so. But that was great. That was great. Good job. Yeah,
thank you,
the
thank you.
voiceover, I love that.
Love it.
The slow talking and power, all of that. That was good.
Good?
Mhm.
All right, Jazz. That's what's up. So, want to go into this next
Voting?
Oh, well, okay, so this is the great debate. Because I've heard, no, you guys on the last show, y'all said that y'all were all okay with not voting. And, no, you didn't say that?
I don't
What?
Wait,
I said what?
I didn't say that.
Wait,
but
what show was this? Wait, because
Where are we with this? Because there's a lot of people that are saying that we shouldn't be voting, and I'm 1,000% against
not voting.
Yes, you need to vote. We all need to vote. Vote, vote, vote. I understand that, and I do understand that we need to, if we can have a conversation if we need to go and talk about our own government. But right now, there's elections literally happening in November. Like, to act like we don't have any power to change what's going on in the current government that we're involved in the system we're currently affected by, I just think that's foolish.
I think that it's definitely important to vote. I agree with everything that you said. It's definitely important to vote, and this is the time to make the changes. I think that our biggest changes will come from local elections and focusing on the areas in which we are most affected locally. Like, because I think that locally you get a more direct effect. Like, those people affect you the most. I think that right now our current situation with the sheriff is based on who is the actual sheriff at this point. And that's just a vote that I don't know if we all even knew that was happening. You know what I'm saying? That election was happening, but we were receiving the benefits of that, the backlash of said election. So, and there's a lot of those type of elections that go on where we're voting on or electing a new judge.
Supreme Court.
Supreme Court.
But the thing is, so for example, Supreme Court justices directly impact all of us. The president chooses those, and those are lifetime appointments. So that directly goes into to say that we still need to vote on a presidential level from the very top to the bottom, because regardless, you're going to be affected.
I think it's also, and I'm going to play like devil's advocate a little bit, because I do understand why there's a need to vote, but I also do understand why you can be discouraged from voting. Like, you see the voter suppression that's happening like yesterday, like still today. You want me to go wait for 5-something hours to go vote for something when the change is not going to happen with Biden. The change is not going to happen after Biden. The change didn't even happen with Obama. So it's like you want us to go in and vote and vote at those levels, but this country is not for us, period. So no matter who you put in, it's like, dang, I got to go sit up there and wait 5 hours to go vote for somebody who I don't even really mess with. Like, but that's what I'm saying, that's where the discouragement comes from, where I understand, and I definitely agree with, like, voting locally. But when you talk about presidential, one, the education system has done a piss poor job of educating on what is necessary to vote on and the ballot. So then you have to go back to the education system, and people don't understand that we can vote locally, that we can vote for all these other things. We think president, and now we're like, okay, so we got to come back 2 years later. Okay, cool. And then it's now like, oh, there's a councilman we can vote for. Okay, cool. So I'll vote 3 times. So I think it's a running thing where there's a lot of room to be discouraged, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, no, if you're not voting, then shut up, because I didn't vote with Trump and Hillary, and I dare somebody to tell me to shut up.
I mean, sure, you can be, if you'd like to feel discouraged from voting and then not seeing any action, but you should. You should be discouraged, and because nothing's going to come from it. Why would you think that all you need to do is show up to the polls and vote for someone and then walk away? All right, y'all got it. No, that's not how civic engagement works.
Especially when you just vote for the president.
I gotta hear you on the mic.
And, okay, well, I'm just going to jump in and say, especially when we are trained to vote for the president, but we pay no attention to Senate and Congress elections, which are the most important thing. Obama's hands was tied. A lot of black people say, well, Obama didn't do anything. That's because if you have a majority Republican Senate, can't do shit if you're a Democrat.
Well, I think that goes back to the community, because the education system is doing a piss poor job of educating people. But like, Drea started an initiative in getting people, registered to vote and getting them interested in local politics. It goes back to the community because the education system is not doing it. I took AP government, and I'm still like, oh, y'all taught us this in high school? Like, it just wasn't taught.
I think that we are.
That's
I think-
community,
I think
though.
we're misled to believe that the system is supposed to give us all the tools that we need to make an educated decision to begin with. And we're sitting here waiting for everybody to give us all the tools we need to make the best decisions, when in actuality, you need to get out here and figure this shit out on your
But
own.
we're talking about
because
18-year-olds, though, that are getting out of high
Yes,
school.
look up all you can if you it's the fact that you have to take an interest in it. Like enough of the the education system, blah blah blah. But once you're 18, it takes nothing to Google search.
But
Like,
what
there's
18-year-old
no-
is really going to go and look and say, hey, I'm able to vote now. Let me go see everything that I can vote for. Like, we have to be, but that's what we're taught, but that's what matters. There's a whole bunch of, but it matters the younger generation. We're never going to erase them from the
We aren't doing
conversation.
it. That's why the younger
Well, that's why-
generation's not doing it.
that's
So
why
how
I'm
about
saying
we
it's
start
back on
talking-
community.
The conversation that we're having is of whether should we not vote or start our own government. We don't participate in this one.
Do the
So
same
how about
thing.
we're gonna do the same shit over there?
You talking about the younger generation? It doesn't. It matters, but what you're saying is true. They're not gonna go and research it themselves. But as parents to the younger generation,
It's our
it is what it is.
responsibility.
You're like, you know what?
Well, I'm not a parent, so I'm talking about the people that I have
I'm saying,
access
but all of
to.
those people
Right,
have
but you talk, that can be your experience or your perspective. I'm talking about when you talk about 18-year-olds, those are 6 years younger than me. That generation, they're not going to go research where and when. That has to come from community. So we
No,
have
it's
to.
not coming from
Yes, it
community.
does.
It can come from
Yes,
your
it
parents.
does.
Can come from your
That's
parents.
community,
Same
though.
shit, but the thing is,
But
we're
okay.
sitting here talking about where they're 18 and 19 and not doing it. That we don't need to talk about to them. We need to talk about to the 30-year-olds, the 35-year-olds who have these.
Do you know how many?
they're
But
not
do you
voting.
know there's like over probably 400,000 17-year-olds that will be 18-year-old that will be 18 before before the next election. So why would it not matter for us to go get them if there's a new wave?
I think that technically, you guys
That's not an
you
excuse.
guys are
That's
technically
not an
both saying the
excuse.
same thing.
I'm
The
not
thing is
saying
this.
the same thing.
Exactly what I
No,
said.
you guys are saying the same thing because you guys aren't listening to each other.
You're saying
Thing is,
community. She's saying parents. It's
the same thing.
No, but she's saying it's an excuse, and I'm not. We need to
It's
stop.
framing.
No, but we have to stop. Because it is, if you're a parent, this is what I don't understand, what I don't like about what people talk about what parents are supposed to do. If you have 3 and 4 kids, it's gonna be tough. So you want me to go on top of my job, on top of trying to put them in school, on top of trying to make sure they're doing good, to go and learn about all of this and then educate them on that. I'm trying to keep them alive and make sure they're good people. So I think it's.
Wait, let me say this. It is our job now. It's our job. My job as a parent to make sure that my kids are prepared for anything, because I
Right.
can't expect no one else in this world, especially the system that we have in place,
Right.
to teach my kids the things that I want them to learn. So it doesn't matter if I have 4 or 5, 6 kids. I chose to have 4, 5, and 6 kids.
Right.
So I have to take the responsibility as a parent to say they need to know X, Y, and Z. Even if this system does not teach them that.
You would be taking your kids with you. You're not going to the polls. That's why your kids
You don't
know it.
necessarily always take your
Well, no.
kids.
Well, look, it's like this though. Like so, it's the same. Look at it like this. So the people that we don't want voted in, right? They're 18-year-old. Let's just say for the fuck of it, white people, right? Their 18-year-olds aren't doing that research either. They're just going and voting what their parents told them to.
But they're also in better education systems.
That's
they're going to
fine.
better schools
That-
that are
I-
teaching
that's
them
not what
better.
they're
That's not exactly. They're voting.
What do you
what
mean
their-
that's not what they're using to go
voting what their
vote?
parents
With their
voted.
parents. So
But
how
are
do
they not also in better education
what
systems?
does
Are
that
they
have
not?
to do with showing up to the polls?
Because
They're
if you're educated, you know better, you do better.
That's not that. Those are that.
If you're wait, hold on. So that's not a fact. That's not a fact. If you know better, you don't do better.
That's not what we're talking about.
No, that is though. If I know to go and vote when it's time to,
That's
then I
going
will go
on
and.
your own. Most people. So you're saying that. So are you not acknowledging that there are tons of 18, 19, 20-year-olds that are just gonna vote the way that their parents tell them to vote?
Can I say that from my experience in our culture, we vote based on what our parents vote. So
We vote
I'm
Democratic,
I'm a
basically.
I'm a Democrat because my mom was a Democrat, because
Right.
her mom was Democrat, and so on and so on. So with that said, we're not in a position to where we're finding out who's good for us. We're just going with the flow of things. We're going with, hey, it's a Democrat. That's Biden. Let's go with Biden because he's a Democrat. Let's go with Hillary because she's a Democrat. Let's go with this person because they're a Democrat. But we don't know what those people have for in our best interest. So what we have to do to find that out is we have to research. We have to apply pressure. We have to do our due diligence, because they're not going to say, hey, you know what, black woman, I want the best for you. I want you in the best schools. I want to make sure you're not in jail. I want to make sure you're alive. I want to make sure blah, blah. They're not going to say that. So it's up to you to deliver that to your generation.
But that's
to
what
your
I'm saying.
students.
It's based on community. We want to pinpoint and say, oh, the individual parent has to do this. No, the village at some point in time has to take responsibility of what's happening.
I agree with
If
that.
if the parent is overworking and I know that I don't have kids or whatever, I can say, okay, I'm gonna take out Saturdays and I'm gonna go and host space for the younger generation to learn about politics. I can do that because I don't have kids. That parent may be tired doing whatever, but to put it all on the parents is not.
In that aspect,
Realistic.
I agree that it comes, like what Dre was saying, your educational system or the type of educational system you grew up in would take place for you to go and do your due diligence and research and figure out what is best for you versus mindlessly going to vote. But if you had, someone that is actively going to the polls, they're, like you say, they're going to be a Democrat or vote the way just your parents was going for you. But in that terms of actually educating them, getting them civically engaged, yes, that's what community is for.
So be clear. This is community.
Absolutely.
Like this show and this type of conversation is community. It's the same thing that you're talking about. So no,
Right.
it's not all on the parents. It is all of us, like you said. It's those millennials coming out to have those conversations to say, hey, this is what's important. It's those parents stepping up and saying, hey, man, we haven't been getting a fair shake. It is the youth that's going to give us the new direction to go. Like we're going to need all of that to be active. We have gotten complacent as a community.
We
have
got
gotten
complacent with
super
Obama.
complacent.
And
No,
we
other
let-
people was complacent before that.
No, but I think we got more complacent for them 8 years because we had a black man in office and we said, okay, we can close our eyes. And then when he came out and researched, we were like, oh, we had our eyes closed for so long. And now that Trump's in office, it's like, okay, we are a lot more steps back than we should have been. So I think that's a piece of it that we do have to pay attention to. But like I've been saying, I think we have to start leaning on that. Black people and community, that's a resource for us. That's a resource that's not a part of everybody else's culture. We have to start leaning back on our village to start helping us to get to the next level. It's not going to just be on the parent. And if the parent doesn't know, you go research it. The parent may not, but the parent does have to go and say, I don't know about this, but this is someone who does, or this is a program who does. The parents don't always know. And that's because of the education system. It's systemic.
It's more than just one issue.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. You can't force a vote on somebody also just because they got a 19-year-old and he might not see the shit the same way that I do, but he's gonna vote because I told him to do this.
Right.
He's gonna, and you can't have it
We
like
don't
that
even have
either.
that, but we don't even have that.
We don't have the just voting because they said that they'll do it.
Right.
Well, I'm only gonna go based off my local, my community, and my community shows that we don't show up to the polls. And I'm going to assume that it's not a Compton thing that we don't show up to the polls. I'm going to assume that it's a cultural thing.
I
So I'm
would
gonna
like
assume
to
that
see.
that it may
I
be
would.
the same thing in Brooklyn, or it might. Be
I
the
mean, I'm
same
sure it
thing
is.
in Mississippi. It's the same thing in certain
It's also
Little Rock or wherever.
This is what we spoke about last week, is that they make it hard for you too. They'll have one voting booth for.
They
like, all
closed
the
a whole
cities. They'll do it
voting
on
center
purpose
down
for you.
yesterday. They closed it down, and the people had to wait outside the door while the doors were closed, and they had to go file some type of petition or something to get the doors back open. And that whole time, they're sitting there waiting.
Voter suppression is real, but
Yes.
the reason why we're in this position is because of several years of not engaging. The only reason
I
why
don't
we
agree
can,
with that.
No, listen. The only reason why you can say we're going to close down the polls is because you have someone in position that does not want to see you at the voting polls.
But it's not
that
about
says we're
lack
gonna
of
close that.
engagement. 400 years. We talking about from the beginning. We never have been in the seat to make those decisions.
So yes, we've had we were
So
set,
it's-
we, we already started on the behind. Yes, we definitely started behind the line. We were in the red when we got started. Yes, we know about the 400 years of slavery, but we still have been able to vote for the last 50 years, and honestly, since
California doesn't
since-
have the same voter suppression as other states do, and we still don't show
and we
up.
still don't show up. There wasn't voter suppression here in Compton. We just didn't show up. Now, I'm not saying that those things aren't true. And in certain areas, yes, there is voter suppression, and it's more effective in areas that it's not. But I think at the same time, we just don't show up. And
Well,
we
how
have
are we
to
going to change that as a community? How are we going to change that and get them?
We need to know why we need to show up. How does this affect us? I need to know. All right, you know what? The sheriff attention has picked up lately. Well, why is that? Oh, well, it's because we have a new sheriff in town. We don't have Sheriff McDonald anymore. We have Sheriff Villanueva. So what does that mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What does he bring to the table? Because that's what is affecting you now within the last year and a half, 2 years, or whatever it's been. He's been in
It's
office.
like really the education too, because even when I remember when that race, Villanueva just became the
It's
sheriff.
probably about a year or
About
some
a year,
change.
less than 2 years, and the amount of information that's out there for people like us, we get all the information about the president and we see the commercials, but how do we know who to vote for? So black people really don't. Obviously we're going to be pushing that platform, but we don't really have access to trusted information to tell us the right information about who to vote for.
We have to do our own research, and we have to demand the changes. We have to stand behind it. We can't waver in our decisions. We can't give up our votes for pennies. We can't trust anybody.
And I
Ain't no
think
trust
there's
right
like a new when you're talking about voting, you have to understand. So a lot of us think when we're choosing somebody, we're gonna choose the person that's completely right for us. We have to understand that in this country, it's unfortunate, but most of the times we're gonna choose who's not gonna do us the worst. And that is something mentally that a lot of us don't understand, and that's also why some people have gotten discouraged, because it's like, wait, I have to choose the lesser of two evils. It doesn't make sense unless you're like thinking intellectually. You're like, oh, okay, let me go and donate time or dedicate time to this issue to go vote for the person that will do me not as bad as the other person will do me. So you have, when you're researching, because there's a lot of people who are like, dang, I don't want to vote for Biden, but they're also like, I don't want to vote for Trump.
I know, and I get that. In my opinion, we're fucked at the top.
That's what I'm saying.
So my thing is, we have to start at the bottom and build up our people at the bottom to go up.
So, but
You know
do,
what I'm saying? So
but
it's
do
your-
you
it's your
think
local
that
council
will you
person,
go
your
and
lo-
vote for the presidency, and you vote for the local
You
election,
have
or
to. You have to. You have
What about
to,
you
you have to
for it?
engage in both.
are you going to vote for the presidency and the local election?
Here locally, I'm not a Compton resident.
Well, local wherever you are.
Bellflower, it's whatever. I haven't voted. I've never voted. Actually, never, not once.
But you're okay with how things are?
No, and I don't. No, I absolutely am not. But part of the reason that I didn't vote growing up was because of religious beliefs, and with religious beliefs, it says in the Bible, "Give man God's thing to God, and see his son to see it." Because there's no man. I mean, if we're making this a religious speak, there's no man that's gonna change anything and make shit right anyway. That's out there. So, growing up, that was the case. Once I got older, I looked at it, and logically, it's fucking frustrating. To be quite honest with you, because I don't feel like there's any change that really comes. There's fucked up people in this world, and there's fucked up people in office. Either way it goes, on both ends of it, on both sides of it. So, now personally, I understand why voting is important, or why you think voting is important. I understand why everybody here thinks that voting is important and thinks that change will come from it. But again, the system wasn't made for it.
But you also understand the discourage. So why didn't you raise your hand up
Because,
as an
like
example?
I said, I'm telling you right now, it's about his ass.
No, I'm saying when I was talking about that whole aspect of being discouraged, you have a whole like story about that.
Absolutely, but like I said, I started off with it being a religious situation.
But there's
What
so
we were
many
talking
people
about-
that have
what we were
like
talking
you.
about with our parents,
Right.
The reason I never voted growing up was because my mother never voted.
Right.
By my
So
mom.
Jehovah's Witnesses just don't vote?
You're a Jehovah's
They don't
Witness?
vote.
Mm.
Nah, they don't vote.
Maybe we should start going knocking on their doors. Was that
It
a
gets
little
done.
too much?
It actually gets done. Growing up, yes, I was Jehovah's Witnesses don't vote. And like I
You
said,
gonna take
in
all
the
your
Bible-
Kojic energy over there?
Sorry,
Yeah,
I
in the-
didn't.
in the
Is that
Bible,
too
it
much?
says, "Jesus
Are
Christ
you
is
prepared
Jesus,
for
the
Jehovah's
God's name of God." And that meaning, like, there's no man that's gonna do. Yeah, you pay your taxes, you do what you need to do to stay alive, but ain't no man gonna change shit. Personally, I get, like I said, and the reason I was making the argument on the other end is because it is important. I mean, if you're looking for, like I said, if you're looking for the lesser.
But you
of
got to
two
sit on
evils-
that side because you said you haven't voted, so you
No,
have
I
to,
haven't.
you have
Oh,
to
no,
sit
you
on that
just said
side.
it yourself. If you haven't voted, ain't nobody gonna tell me to shut the
No,
fuck
I'm,
up.
I'm not telling you. I said no. But you
everybody
trying to
gonna tell me
teeter
to
totter
shut
on
the fuck
both
up.
sides. You have to sit
No,
on one
because
side.
I don't have to, and that's my point.
Wait, I
That's
said what?
Even if I didn't vote, you ain't gonna.
No, I didn't tell him to shut the fuck up. But I'm saying your experience has to stay on one. So you can't play devil's
No,
advocate.
I can. Actually, I can.
You
That's my
can.
whole point. That's the whole point of what I'm saying with this voting shit. I can play devil's advocate because I do see it from
But
both
you
sides.
have experience
I don't
only
have
on
to,
one
I don't have to
side.
be like, oh, I'm a Democrat because I'm black. Now, mind you, I might believe in that, like, that you're going to get a fairer shake being a Democrat, but they fucked up too. You know,
Right.
you feel me? So, no, I sit on both
Fuck both
sides
them
because
parties.
that's
I'm
what
not
it
saying
is.
Democratic and Republican. I'm saying you're saying
Said fuck both them
the
parties.
reason
Right,
to go vote.
exactly.
I'm not talking about party. Yeah, I'm not talking about parties. Nobody's talking about parties though.
All right, so no, hold on.
I said I
We're-
sit in a gray area because
We
this whole
are
shit is gray.
going to take a break. You niggas are out of control. So look, we'll come right back. When we come back, we're gonna talk about this COVID. No, D.L. Hughley has COVID.
Oh.
There's some Compton layoffs, and there's a senior protest. We're gonna talk about all that when we come back. After this break, man, T, take that away, please.
That way.
Hey, it's your girl Coco,
And it's your boy Kale.
and we have a special announcement for you guys.
Let them know.
All right, welcome to Coco and KO's Local Taste.
We're here to let y'all know where to go for the best local eateries in the Southern California area and have fun at the same time.
That's right, y'all. We have teamed up to bring y'all the best of the best locals. Okay, so follow us on this journey as we tell y'all who to taste and who to waste.
Whenever you're ready. Don't start shit.
Forty-five, 47.
45, 47.
45, 47.
45, 47. 45, 47. 45, 47.
We need to get jobs for these people. How can you dismiss five?
Why should I care about the 2020 census?
Every 10 years, the census counts everyone living in the U.S.
Count everyone living with you.
Even kids.
Our numbers help shape funding and services.
For all these things.
That's a lot of stuff.
Your responses are safe and secure, no matter who you are or where you're from.
We have reasons to care.
Shape your future. Start here at 2020census.gov.
Hey, I'm that nigga.
pull up, you can be my bad splitter. Know the streets say I'm a bad nigga. Cause I'm a savage, not if I sag with you. Ayy, crack that code, maybe I can pass with you. Get on your toes, probably blow it back with you, yeah. We got the streets on lock, we forever from the bottom, but we still on top.
Hey world, it's Coco and I'm the owner of Coco's Lip Smacking Cupcakes. Before I started my business back in 2013, I would bake for fun for family and friends. I enjoy baking so much, I decided to turn it into a business. And here we are, 6 years later and still in the game. But don't let the name fool you. Not only do I make delicious cupcakes, I also offer custom cakes, cookies, and chocolate dip treats. Oh, and I can't forget about my beautiful cupcake truck. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and sign up for our email list on my website to keep up with all things lip smacking. This
back.
mic.
Hub Radio Live. Sadiddy Coco is in the building. How are you?
Where do I look?
No,
Is there? Are we there? I don't know.
Are we there?
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't give me any directions.
Good to see you.
I'm just here. Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
You brought some cupcakes and shit?
Yeah, tastes delicious.
Well, that's wonderful. Nina? You look wonderful. You look beautiful.
I'm looking very Mardi Gras.
It's somebody's birthday.
Yeah, somebody's. Our birthday is tomorrow, man. Yeah. Shout out to the cancers, man. Shout out to the cancers. Those motherfuckers are something else. Oh, that's what you guys are. The mothers of the zodiac. Oh, shit.
I haven't heard that one. It sounds good.
It's always one that has the zodiac that thinks they are King Zodiac.
Yeah.
That cancers are the mothers of the zodiac. We are the most intuitive sign.
Okay.
I never heard that. I mean, but it sounds good, but I just never heard it. It's on the internet.
What's your sign?
I'm gonna look it up. I'm Capricorn. Yeah.
My mom is a Capricorn.
Yeah. Everything they say about Capricorns is true.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything. Everything.
Anywho.
Yep. You about to say all the negative stuff? You're not gonna start with the positive? Okay. Cool.
Guys, are you guys familiar that D.L. Hughley fainted on stage?
Yeah, I saw the video. First I thought it was fake because he kind of fell in slow motion, but it was scary when I found out it was real.
That was harsh.
But old boy was like, "I got you." He did not have him. He didn't have him. He did not have him.
I got like to stop him.
Yeah, he didn't have him at all.
Somebody
Somebody on his team, he ran on stage and he had him on the stool and he just flopped. Yeah, so I thought I had you, but I didn't.
But I know it was some racist white people somewhere that was happy to see him.
Of course.
DL be getting their ass. Shout out to you, DL. We hope that you are on the mend.
But he seems okay. He seems okay, so.
He said he has the COVID though.
Yeah.
He said he didn't have no symptoms.
A lot of celebrities getting it.
Yeah, he said he didn't have any symptoms.
Celebrities been getting it though.
Yeah.
More than regular people.
Yeah.
Somebody said celebrities get paid to have the COVID, but I mean the way the celebrities have it, they're like they have homes.
I heard that when they first started saying it, because I feel like it was like one celebrity after another saying, "Okay, I have COVID," and like releasing like a formal statement in the video. I'm like, okay, you really have COVID.
Yeah, and what's throwing me off about COVID is some people have COVID, they're ready to play full court basketball games, and other people have COVID and they're just like on their deathbed.
Right.
I
It's
don't
like,
get it.
and then it's not even the people who are on their deathbed. It's not even that they already had health issues. Some of them were perfectly fine. So it's just, I don't know what to believe.
You can't really gauge it. You don't know what's real. You don't know what's fake.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why y'all with no mask on.
All right.
Mask on.
Okay. I thought she would have said that's why I'm out here with the mask on because I'm not sure what's happening.
I don't know what's happening. Fuck it.
I don't need
I'm
this
just out
shit.
here. I'm just out here. This is true.
But what we can say is that people have been dying from from COVID.
Nobody you know though.
I've known people that passed from.
Well, today, somebody that I know posted that someone that they used to work with, 2 people died from COVID. So I feel like it's kind of close because somebody I know.
It's always 60.
Yeah.
It's getting closer and closer, but the thing is, I've heard that same story about people dying from COVID, and this person had like stage 4 cancer for the last couple years. Like, okay, I mean, common cold would have did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they're giving a lot of credit to COVID that maybe COVID doesn't deserve. But you know, to each his own. But COVID again is taking some lives, and it's changing governments and how cities are run. City of LA, Inglewood, several different cities have laid off several employees since the start of COVID. Compton recently laid off about 40 employees.
Oh, was it 200? Because that's what I saw online.
Well,
you guys laid off 2,000 people. What?
2,000?
200
I don't
or
even think
2,000.
it's 2,000 people in Compton. I don't think it's more than 2,000 people in Compton.
I mean, 2,000, I mean, 20 million people.
No, things are a little over exaggerated, but they did let go of the whole Parks and Recs department.
But why though? If the parks and stuff is opening back up,
They're not open. They're
Well,
closed.
still in Compton.
Absolutely.
But other parts. Wow.
and I'm not in a position to speak on behalf of the city, but I'm
So you don't know why they're not opening the parks back up?
no, they're going to eventually open up the parks
They're not
back
open right
up.
now.
They're not open right now, but they're
Because
going to
other parks are.
Yeah, they eventually
open.
will be opening up the parks, but that thing is that the city has lost millions of dollars in revenue because of COVID. Just like every other city that's laid off
Right, and can I
employees.
just add that the city has lost millions of dollars because they're trying to do right by the residents. They have stopped water shutoffs. They stopped doing parking enforcement and tickets. Okay, because of COVID. So
Yeah, I'm talking to Parks and the
can't
Rec
have one without
today.
the other. And also in regards to these layoffs, what bothered me is that I'm very active on Facebook. Everybody's talking about there was 2,000 layoffs, and I'm like, I remember the city saying something about this. There was a whole press release on May 26th where first of all, that was the city hall meeting where the council discussed these layoffs on 26th, and they released a press statement on 27th saying that there were going to be some layoffs due to COVID. So why everybody is so surprised, that's what I'm confused about.
It's just, I think what it is it's sad to have to let go of 40
But
employees.
it's happening everywhere, and it
This
is
is true.
sad.
This
It's
is
happening
true.
everywhere, and our residents are acting like what's happening is not the norm nationwide, and that our city hall representatives are doing something wrong, when actually Compton is the last city to do layoffs. Other cities have started layoffs way before June.
And if we check the numbers, we've probably laid off the least amount in the cities that probably done layoffs.
And was it a layoff or was it a furlough? Like, did they have the opportunity to hire back once the parks open back up? I'm not sure about that.
As I know it, it's a layoff.
Okay.
Yeah. As I know it to be, it's a layoff.
They could get an appointment, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there was a protest on behalf of those people that were laid off yesterday at City Hall. I don't have anything to say about it though, Nina.
I was there, and I went just to check it out, and I was really shocked by some of the people that I saw that were in attendance, because I didn't see any of those people that were at that protest at any of the protests for the lives that have been lost. Compton did a very powerful peace protest. A lot of the people that were present at this protest were not present there. We did have a protest for Andreas on Sunday. None of those people were present there, so I'm thinking people are dying. And I understand people are being laid off, and that sucks, but you still have your life. You know, people are dying.
This is some of your footage from the protest.
Excuse me if I'm talking shit, y'all. I don't know.
Let's turn it up there. Let's hear this shit talk, T.
Let's see.
How can you show your face on TV and continue to lie? That's exactly what Asia Brown is doing.
Oh?
But I personally have news for her. She is going straight to the big house with some of these people I saw on TV today. She is taking the money for the roads. She promised you all to fix the roads, fix the potholes.
Nobody marched for Black Lives. That's out here. This woman on the microphone did not march for Black Lives. But you're out here talking about roads and jobs.
Told us to get our money back. Tell me this. I want all of you employees to know that
I don't even think they were here on Sunday.
All right, can we
for
go
the
in?
protest for Andreas.
This go.
So she said Asia Brown is taking the money from the streets
Yeah.
That's supposed to be to fix the streets.
And I guess they just.
Did she have facts? Like, was she saying it?
I have facts because I was on a.
The lady? I mean, about what she said?
I mean, that's Joyce Kelly. She's a very well-known resident here in Compton. I mean, she has her feelings about the mayor, but I was on the mayor's live today on Instagram where she just went through about 5 or 6 streets that are being repaved today. So in the midst of all this COVID stuff, in the midst of the layoffs, they are still doing street repairs. But my concern is not necessarily so much what the mayor is or is not doing, it's the fact that everybody's attention has been pivoted to this police problem that we have that's happening nationwide. And that to me takes precedence. It's like, okay, and I feel like with our residents, it's like fireworks over human lives, street paving over human lives, you know what I'm saying? Water over the school system, which is human lives, our children. And I just feel like a lot of our residents, especially the elders, don't have a fucking clue. And they know how I feel about them.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. You know, shout out to
You
the
just group
OGs
the
that
whole,
ride
all the
with-
seniors. Like,
No, shout out to the
When they
OGs.
can put up, you know, they want to ride the wave of social.
come on, man. Don't be
Come
talking from
on.
over there.
Yeah, come on, you got a lot to say.
I'm just saying, when they want to ride the wave of social injustice, but none of those people came out for the school board election, like, I have no respect for nothing that you have to say.
But Joyce Keller's funny though. She has the sign that she has says R.I.P. Asia Brown.
Damn.
Shit.
Wow.
This is the same person that put pictures
No, it
and
is.
video of the mayor's home on Facebook.
Wow.
She's just sitting outside the front. But anyway, it's
Damn.
So I feel sorry for the people that have been laid off. I mean, I'm not even safe from
Nobody
being
wants
laid
anybody
off.
to lose their
So
job.
like it could happen to any of us.
But what about that young man that lost his life at work?
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't we show up for that? That's what I have a question for all the elders, and y'all know me. Where was y'all at for Andreas? Where were you guys at when we had the peaceful protest for George Floyd? You guys want to show up to protest the city and protest water bills and protest things that, you know, have been messed up for a while, but right now, priorities.
Yeah.
Y'all look silly out there. And that's me saying that.
Oh. So all right. So can we? Wow. I don't even know. All right. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Locally, what else is going on in pop culture today?
Oh, something that is going on. This will be a tasty topic. So I don't know if you guys saw, but Trey Songz has been calling out certain celebrities, not really calling them out, but like challenging them to give back to their communities. So he tagged like Meek Mill,
He challenged me. Well,
Mustard, and then a few other people. So he's not saying that they don't. All he's saying is this is a new challenge, and he's just saying like, you know, give back. And I think what you were gonna say is because you do give back, I'm tagging you because I know that you will do it. Meek got in his feelings and then was like, don't come at me. I do this, I do that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I feel like he could have came at him a little bit better, but Meek to me, he got super in his feelings and was like, I do this, I do that, blah, blah, blah. And but Trey tried to explain like, bro, I'm not coming at you like that. I'm just saying, you know, I see what you do and you're not the only person I came for. And he just took it the wrong way. Meek started to say, because he put the emoji with the chin, the hand over the chin. He was like, I didn't know what that meant. So that's why, because the emoji.
And he came at him at his post where he's showing money and was like, why don't you donate some of that money? I would have responded the same way Meek did. Hold on, bruh. You don't get to come on my post and tell me what I need to do with my money when I just put $2 million to the cause. So yeah.
But I wonder if Meek knew that he was tagging other people too.
$2 million, bruh.
I don't know. I think Meek was in his feelings.
Nah, Meek is pretty consistent with giving back, and I can understand
He
why Trey
is.
would have tagged him because of those.
Exactly, exactly.
That's different. He went under his post and commented.
No, he tagged him.
And he's done it to other people.
But he went under his post and was like, under a post where Meek is showing his money and was like, why don't you,
Maybe because that was just his most recent post.
But still, that's not how you talk to someone into a challenge.
But that's what he did with the other people too. So I just,
He got at him how he got at him.
I don't know. I think he just took it too personal, and that wasn't the only person he tagged. I thought they was cool too.
That's some shit I would do with Dre. If I was gonna challenge him or something.
But when they started going back and forth at first, I was like, oh, it's like a friendly banter, and I was like, oh shit, they're serious. This is wait. They're arguing. Okay.
Let's be clear.
Right.
We do know how sensitive meat can be.
Then that's why I said that. He is sensitive. He's always sensitive. No. He's always sensitive. Look what you're saying. Look what you're saying. Over an emoji. Over an emoji. Done deal. She just proved our point. She just proved our point. She was like, I'ma head out. Over an emoji.
All right, man. Well, hey, that's what it was, guys. We've come down to the end of our show.
Well, before we go, Coco and KO's Local Taste. The first episode will be out like
Monday.
Okay, you're gonna say Monday. Sure, it'll be out Monday. It'll be out Monday. It will be out Monday. Yes, Monday. Yes, Monday. This Monday. So keep an eye out. What's that date?
The 29th.
Okay,
Is it the 29th?
It is.
29th. Okay, the 29th. Monday the 29th. Monday, June 29th. Yeah. So.
Last Monday of June.
And this is going to be the chicken sandwich
The chicken sandwich episode. Yes. Okay. Yes, I like that. It's going to be fun. It's fun. It's very fun.
Go to Popeyes?
No.
Local.
No. No.
Been there.
Yeah.
All right. No.
But thanks everybody for tuning in. It's been another wonderful week at the Hub Radio. You guys stay tuned. We have some amazing shows that are going to be coming up. Different podcasts and things like that. So you guys got to stay tuned and tune in.
You guys got to check out everything that we have already put up and done, man. Ali X has another episode.
Shout out to Ali X, man.
The Juneteenth episode.
Are amazing, educating and entertaining.
Yeah, man. That one's out, and then like I said, the Coco's and KO's Local Taste is coming out on Monday.
And catch Coco on her cupcake.
Oh yes, please let them know. Yes.
She was just at the Juneteenth event in Lamar Park.
Oh my God, it was crazy.
And she's slanging those desserts. So you guys
slanging
catch
them.
Coco out
Yes.
on the streets.
Her whip game is
Thank
proper.
you. Who are you right now? Stop it. Please stop doing it. Just stop. You're still doing it.
And make sure you guys cop some of those Hub City Pride t-shirts, y'all.
Coming
Yes,
out,
yes.
on sale, man, in the morning. Y'all check it out, man. And until then, until next week.
We out.
Deuces.
We out.
I think that was the best outro ever.
People united.
That was a great outro. That was a great outro.
That was me. The best outro.
Compton, the hub city, where our people are full of love and they gleam with pride. Black and brown are natural allies, living amongst each other, sharing both community and culture. With one land, with one love, one pride, and for some, one family. With strong values, strong character, work ethic, and great leadership. I mean, what is there not to love? From black love to brown pride, we watch each other's struggles as we share similar scars from common obstacles. We stand in solidarity, united behind the goal of creating a better quality of life within our shared community.